As promised, I am staying on top of the Bibb County, Alabama Child Trafficking ring case. So far, we have 8 suspects that have been arrested in connection to the case. All of them appeared for arraignment hearings on Friday, August 15th, 2025. I was not able to attend due to my work schedule, so I am relying on the reporting of local media. I will review and react to a local news station report on the issue and bring in information from other written sources that may or may not be included in the video report. I'm all hot and sweaty and look a mess, so you will not be seeing my face today. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to watch the report with my earbud in on my phone, react to it, and then edit the audio into the video that you will see. We'll get into all that in just a moment, but first, welcome to Kate Bonnie Country. You can call me Kate. Thanks so much for stopping by. Come on in and have a seat while I fix some coffee. While that's brewing, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. Those 2 actions help the channel grow, and I appreciate you so very much. I try to upload once or twice a week and enjoy reading your comments. If you know someone that might like my content, make sure to share this video with them. I have a second channel, Kate's Country Critters. That is where I upload videos of the shelter dogs that I groom and help find homes for. If you would like to help with those efforts or give general support, please visit my Patreon. Paid memberships come with exclusive content such as behind-the-scenes looks, home grooming tutorials, and more as time passes. The links to both Kate's Country Critters and my Patreon are in the description below. Great, the coffee's ready. Now back to today's discussion. Thank you so much for watching the channel and allowing me to give you the most up-to-date information as it becomes available. This is a news report from Alabama's ABC 3340 News, WABM. Here we go.
Breaking news from Bibb County. 7 of the 8 people charged in a child sex abuse case involving an underground bunker entered not guilty pleas this afternoon. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson was in court today, and she has the latest of what we're learning this hour.
Okay, now first off, it is absolutely normal for people to plead not guilty even if they have confessed to some parts of the crimes or charges. That's just a very standard court practice. And let's face it, defense attorneys are required to provide the best defense available. There's really nothing shocking there.
The more we learn, the more chilling the details seem to be. And Friday's hearing painted a disturbing picture of what investigators believe happened to these children over the span of several years. Investigators also revealed that they have evidence that leads them to 15 to 20 still unidentified people who paid to enter the bunker.
15 to 20 Johns. We've got 15 to 20 adults paying to have intimate relationships with 10 children between the ages of 3 and 15. Every single one of them needs to be identified. Every single one of them needs to be taken into custody. Every single one of them needs to be fed to the woodchipper.
Bibb County investigator Justin Hobbs testified 2 of the child victims who were in DHR custody at the time first revealed what they called the secret bunker.
We also have a little more information coming out of these hearings as to the timeline involved here. Apparently, some teachers filed reports to DHR during the course of the 2024-2025 school year. Those reports led to a DHR investigation. Some of the children were pulled from their homes. Then, during Department of Human Resources interviews with those children, they said they were taken to the secret bunker, and that suspect McElroy taught them to engage in the adult acts.
Saying they learned sexual behaviors there from suspect William Chase McElroy. Hobbs said multiple victims, some as young as 2 years old.
Wait a minute. As young as 2? Now that's the first time I've heard anything about them being 2. All of the reports I've heard so far kept saying 3 years old, as young as 3. But honestly, 2 years old, 3 years old, in either case, it's absolutely horrific.
Hobbs said multiple victims, some as young as 2 years old, described being touched, whipped with belts, and shocked with electric dog collars.
Touched inappropriately, whipped. Now, whipped around these parts, we're not talking about an actual horse whip. Well, we might be, I don't know, these people are depraved. One of the more traditional methods of child discipline, which has been, shall we say, discouraged, would be a switch. You send the kid out in the yard to cut a switch, which would be a long and thin stick or twig. It needs to be flexible, it needs to be alive in order for it to work, and then you beat the child with that. But then again, these people are depraved. They may have actually used horse or buggy whips or some kind of actual whip. Now, I knew about the dog collars if you watched my most recent video on the topic. One of the suspects, Rebecca Brewer, and I'm going to link that in the description below and probably up here as well. Rebecca Brewer, Little Miss Becky, in the arrest warrant, was accused of using a dog shock collar on a child's genitals as a form of punishment.
One child said she was forced to perform sex acts while some of the suspects laughed, took pictures, and video. The 8 defendants face charges including rape, sodomy, human trafficking, kidnapping, and sexual torture. Assistant District Attorney Brian Jones says they are charged under Alabama's accomplice liability law, meaning prosecutors allege each suspect participated in or enabled the abuse, even if they didn't commit every act themselves.
Rarely do you have rapes and sodomies that fall under the complicity and the accomplice liability, but in this particular case, they were all involved in some degree to the abuse and to the rapes and sodomies and human trafficking and everything involved.
Hobbs testified some of the defendants admitted in interviews to drugging children with GHB, liquid ecstasy, and other substances.
Several of the co-defendants described how they drugged the children. They would crush pills or add liquid substances that they referred to as liquid G water, and liquid ecstasy. Those drugs were added to the children's drinks or bottles, and the children essentially became unconscious and unresponsive.
Those details came from the defendants themselves, not from toxicology testing. He also confirmed investigators have not recovered any of the alleged videos described by the victims. All 5 defendants in today's Anaya's Law hearing were denied bond.
Now, Anaya's Law was enacted in Alabama in 2022, and it allows judges to deny bail to any and all individuals that are accused of certain violent crimes. And that would be murder, aggravated battery, child abuse of a physical nature. Previously, Dalton Terrell, his wife Sarah Terrell, and Rebecca Brewer all waived their rights to a bond hearing.
All 5 defendants in today's Anaya's Law hearing were denied bond. The 3 others remain in jail on no bond. In Bibb County, Gracie Johnson, ABC 3340 News.
Surrounding DHR agencies have stepped in to help with the investigation. Investigators say the child victims have been removed from Bibb County out of an abundance of safety. The investigation is still active and more arrests are possible.
7 of the suspects, Rebecca Brewer, William Chase McElroy, Andre Trejo Velasquez, Sarah Terrell, Ricky Terrell, Olivia Elam, and Timothy St. John, were arraigned in court. Each pled not guilty, or not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. Yeah, absolutely. Reason of mental, every single one of them is mental. Something has got to be wrong with your brain if you think that abusing children in this manner is in any way acceptable. A mental defect would cause you to not be able to tell the difference between right and wrong. Every single one of these people knew it was wrong. They knew straight up it was wrong to be doing this crap to kids. And if they didn't know it was wrong, well, feed them to the wood chipper. There's no saving them. We also have a little more information coming out of these hearings as to the timeline involved here. During Department of Human Resources interviews with those children, they said they were taken to the secret bunker, and that suspect McElroy taught them to engage in the adult acts. That gave probable cause for the police to arrest McElroy. They first raided the bunker back on February 5th. At that time, there was a bed, a chair, a toilet, and a sink. Investigator Hobbs testified that the children had described how they were tied, bound, and exploited. They could make $1,000 a night pimping these kids out. Then financial records tied Ricky Terrell to the bunker. On April 25th, the police went back to the bunker. Now, knowing that that bunker is under investigation, these people were idiots and continued to use the bunker. So when the investigators went back on April 25th, they found some changes had been made. First of all, there was a strong odor of bleach. The bed was gone, and there was pooled water on the floor. They also found a dirty diaper on the floor. Now, they, of course, taken DNA samples from the dirty diaper, and we're waiting on those DNA tests to come back. My understanding is that when they entered on April 25th, they actually found 2 children in the bunker engaged in activities with each other. All the children identified have been removed from their homes. They are in DHR custody outside of Bibb County. And of course, they've all been tested for drugs, and they are receiving any appropriate treatments and a lot of counseling. And then, of course, we have the 15 to 20 Johns that were paying these people to engage in the abusive relations with these children. Build the cases, round them up, and feed them all to the woodchipper. Well, that's about all I've got right now. I do believe Andre Trejo Velasquez is supposed to be in court again on the 21st. I did a little bit of a video on him. The link is going to be in the description below. I know I won't be able to even hover around outside the courthouse that day. I already know I have to work. But I will bring you developments as they come to light, especially if any more arrests are made. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end, and feel free to stop by anytime.